Hello and welcome to GBR Blog. I'm Caitlin and this week we are discussing Adobe Spark. Before I get into this amazing graphic tool, I first wanted to mention, if you are interested in taking the guesswork out of life by finding out about reviews and parenting hacks, you've come to the right place. On GBR Life, I talk about those very subjects here on my blog. But there is so much more to GBR Life, or shall I say, good, bad, real life. With a blog, podcast, and this blog, you'll never run out of content. There's also an awesome clothing line to keep you comfy and stylish called Mama Koala. Links in the description box for my companies. Ready for Adobe Spark? Right after my intro. Let's get into it. Who I am and what GBR Life is all about. Let's discuss Adobe Spark. What it's all about. I will be showing you inside of Adobe Spark later on in this video. That way you can see for yourself how fun of a tool Adobe Spark really is. And I already have a comparison video with Adobe Spark, Canva, Pixelied. So be sure to check that out after this if you aren't sure which option is best for you. Maybe Adobe Spark is best for you because it is fun and full of plenty of options. When you first hear about Adobe Spark, you may think of Photoshop, all of its confusion. Photoshop is amazing on its own, right? But it's just not the most user-friendly tool out there. Adobe fixed this issue for all of us, at least for graphic design purposes, with Spark. It's both an app and a website, and no matter which method you decide to use, the interface is very easy to understand. And the process of creating a professional Instagram post, Facebook banner, or even a print design is simple. When you first head to their homepage, you will have an option to sign in or sign up. So many of you will sign up. Let's talk price. Adobe isn't normally a cheap option, but they are making this affordable for Spark alone. You can get the individual plan for $9.99 a month with a 30-day trial, or the team plan for $19.99 a month. You can also pick the annual plans for $100 a year, or the individual for $240 a year. Again, team option. There's also the option to sign up for Creative Cloud, but that includes many Adobe options like Photoshop, Lightroom, Spark, and so much more. That's normally $52.99 a month, but Adobe is having a Black Friday deal, and they are taking off 40% for a full year of subscriptions. So you would only need to pay $29.99 a month. According to their website, that deal is going to last until November 26, 2021. For those prices, Adobe Spark will give you access to 49,000 templates, a public library of templates that you can add to yourself or borrow from others, and no watermarks in addition to all of that. You can create brand kits for your business, picking your own font, color scheme, and logo to better customize your creations. If you were to pick the free option, it's limited with download options that contain watermarks and free templates only. Free for Spark means you can look, but don't touch, unless you're a teacher, school, or district. On the home page, it's not just to sign up, but to sign in. Like I mentioned earlier, there are many options. You can sign in with your email, Google account, Facebook account, or Adobe ID. Or You can sign in with your teacher or school login and your classroom code. Adobe allows a school district, school itself, or teacher to use Adobe for free, as long as they are using G Suite. G Suite is now called Google Workspace, and that's the only requirement that I could find on their website. With that, they give teachers, schools, and districts the opportunity to use all of the same functionality as a paying customer and the classroom codes to help bring the tool to the kids with a safe search option. If you have a child and you're paying for Spark for their use, you can also use and turn on the safe search function. And all of us can quickly sign in the method that works best for us. Now, once you're inside, you will have the home page. That will provide you the same options in multiple views. List view to the left, and there you'll find the home page button, the projects, brands, libraries, and learn. There's also a plus sign to create a post. You can start a new project or create a new post by selecting the template you like. Or you can start from scratch by choosing the size you want your creation to be. And once you start to begin your project, you will be surrounded by even more options to help make it your own. Options like templates, text, photos, icons, design assets, and backgrounds will make you feel like sky's the limit. But there isn't a limit on your design. You will be also able to change your logos, colors, animation, project size, and your overall design vibe, where it will change your design entirely but keep the look of the templates that you decided on. Sounds like magic, right? It does feel that way when you start to use it, and it gets better. You can publish your design right from inside of Adobe Spark. They give you the ability to share your creation straight to Facebook, Twitter, Classroom, Teams, email, or you can just create a link for you to send out. In addition to that, you can invite other team members, if you choose that option, to edit your design or make your design a template for you to use as often as you want. No need to keep trying to recreate or copy and paste from an older design if you just make your favorite new creation a template. Lastly, you can send your creation to Google Drive. Now that you know what Adobe Spark can do, let's take a look inside so you can see it all for yourself.
Welcome to Adobe Spark. This is it. As you can see, it's me in here, GBR Life. This is my real account. I do not have a ton of recent projects because I've been doing some cleanup. So I've kept a few and I'm going to continue from there. I want to make things as easy as possible. I don't know about all of you, but organization is key for me. Does not mean I'm not as productive, but I'm trying. So, as you can see, right when you go inside of Spark, you have all the different size options that you can create from, and you can just go back and forth, and you can do a custom size or branded, whatever you decided what your normal branding size is going to be. A slideshow, so that's more of your video presentation, photo collage, and as you can see, the rest of it right there. That does not mean that you don't have other options because remember, there's custom size, and you can always go online and find out exactly what sizes that something is needing, but most people are using things like this for what you see right in front of you, Facebook and Instagram. Now, they do also have a little bit of a partnership, you can tell, because when you log into Adobe Spark, you can log in with your Facebook account. You can log in with your email, with your with a login that you created. You can also log in with your Adobe account information. So if you do have an Adobe account already, yes, you can log in that way. So I'm sure that would actually be more helpful, because I'm sure that would keep stuff across the cloud, because if you see right up here, that is the Creative Cloud symbol. So if I were to click on that, you'll see that it logs me into the Adobe Creative Cloud. So I would suggest that if you do have an Adobe account, that you do go through with using your account. That way you have everything kind of right there. Okay, so I'm going to get out of that and go back to Adobe Spark, because that's what's more important here. So if you were to click here, you can see it turns into the home screen. You have the option to create a post of some sort, a design of some sort. Also have the home button here, projects, brands, libraries, and learn. If I click on projects, it will show the projects and just the projects. So it takes you out of that home screen. And also, if you have a team, what was shared with you and what is your most recent. If you've got hundreds or something in here, you don't have to go through all those hundreds on your projects. You can just look at your most recent. For brands, like I mentioned, you can have more than one brand. I've got my GBR Life brand and I've got my Mama Koala brand. And I think it's really important that if you have multiple businesses, that you do create multiple brands. It does help because, like I said, you can change things like your font, like your coloring, like your logo. So very important to make multiple brands if you actually have multiple businesses. Libraries, like I said, I was really excited to show you that in here because you can go into public libraries. I think that's fantastic. So things that people have saved, you can go into, you can look inside of someone else's library and use their templates, not just what Adobe gives you. So, and don't get me wrong, there's plenty. You see, there's 49,000. I said hundreds and thousands. It's plenty of thousands, 49,000 templates. So that's really nice. And then there's what people are making too. So you don't have to just go based off of just what you're seeing. Go into the library and find even more. And then learn, you can see it is really great because you can learn. Like I said, it's more than just like how to make, like it says over here, reach your social media goals in 30 days. So yeah, you can do things like that, but you can also just learn how to animate your text. So it really helps you learn how to use their tool. If I go back home, you can see that a lot of the things you see on the side is also right here. And what I mean by that is, of course, you have the different size options for the posts that you create, your recent projects. But if I scroll down, here's your templates and your tutorials. So you don't have to go to the left side to select things. You can just stay right here, scroll down on what you're looking for. You can also click right there and look inside of here and filter even more as to what you might be looking for. So the search tool really will help you out into finding something that you're looking for. If you're looking for some sort of a video, do you want it animated, premium, channel art? I mean, they're just trying to help out as best as you can because obviously YouTube does videos, so that's why that came up. So outro, intro, I mean, these are really good options just from typing in video. If you were to explore all the templates that they have, of course, that's going to be quite difficult, but this view will allow you to not necessarily filter immediately, although there's some filtering options and still the search. You would have the opportunity to see the more popular ones right in front of you. See, maybe this is something that you were looking for. And then I'm going to go ahead and go back to home. and point out these tutorials. I'm not going to press play because when I do that, the sound will get really wonky on this video, so I don't want to do that. But I just wanted to scroll through, show you that there was plenty, and then also click on View More Tutorials, so you can see that you can go to the entire Learn section and find a ton. So if you're looking for it, they probably already created a video for it. They even help you by telling you this is this type of area, this type of category, or you can go into another category, grow your business, and learn from the pros. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of that. That did come up on its own screen, so that's nice too. It comes up as a new tab, so you don't have to get out of where you were originally. That tab was right next to it. Okay, so let's go into one of these so you can see just a little bit more like if you were going to create a post. I'm also going to point out that right there, pretty handsome guy, right? That's my husband. He is taken. No, you can't have him. All right, so let's go into Instagram post. Okay, so here you are inside of Instagram post option template. It's not really a template because I didn't select a template, but now I can go in here and select a template. So from the get-go, you can see a ton of options right there, or you can change and just make it into what you want. So you can also just press photos, and if you were to press photo, you can upload a photo of your own, or you can find free photos, which is nice. Or if you have this connected to other accounts, you can go into your Lightroom and get some from there. Adobe's own stock, the libraries again, your Dropbox, your Google Photos, or connect to Google Drive. So you don't have to only do it from your computer. You have so many different options to add a photo. If I go to icons, you can find something. Apparently fun came up automatically, but you can select something that is and type in something that's fun, but they truly are just icons. Design assets give you some awesome actual assets. So these are, if you are a Canva person, these are called elements. In Canva, the icons and design assets are it's under elements, so it's under one thing, but here they have it separate, and I think that's actually a good thing because sometimes you are looking for something specific and it's easier to find it if it's already categorized according to what it actually is. Okay, so then in addition to that, we've got backgrounds that you can create a post by selecting some sort of a background. Logos. Remember, I have two different brands. So I've got my GBR Life logo and I've got my Mama Koala logo, or just basic GBR Life. And I could have done that with Mama Koala as well, but I decided not to because I love my logos. I wanna show those. And then again, you can create a library and choose from your libraries. You can look at the public or the ones that are shared with you. So let's go back to templates. And I'm just going to select one that's right there. We are in the holiday season. Like I said, this is November. So I'm going to click on this one, create from this template. So I chose a template that's already, that has a bunch of stuff already. And I wanted to show you that because frankly, it means that I don't have to think while I'm doing this. So you can add text by yourself right here, add additional things, or you can click directly on it and edit what it says right there and really make this your own. So instead of holiday party, I'm gonna say holiday fun, because I saw the word fun and that's in my brain. So holiday fun, and I'm not in office, so we'll say 2021 GBR Life holiday fun. And then from there, I can ungroup. Of course, it did have that option, so that's nice. You can group or ungroup, and that's coming from right here. because I have the element clicked, that's why this came up. You can duplicate, ungroup, layer if you want it to be in the front or in the back, or you can just delete it all together. But I wanted to also show you, if I click back on this, okay, so if I click back on here, you can see you can change the color, you can change the position, change the shape, change the shadow, like by adding a shadow. You can change it and have an outline, or you can find your own style and click on it, and then it will actually change the style. See? Every time I click, it changes the style. Go through it, and then you decide kind of whatever is best for you. I mean, I'm not really loving all of these, so I don't know. I wish you guys were here right now, whoever it is that's watching this, and then you could tell me which one is actually a better style. I don't know. There's so many to choose from. Every time I click on it, something new comes up. They're all pretty awesome, but it's not really my thing, you know? It's like it just doesn't seem to go great with it. This one doesn't look bad. As you can see, I'm making it bigger. And you can see the grid lines too, so I don't have to figure out like where center is. It tells me where center is, and even according to the rest of it. So I'm going to keep that one just because I think that's actually not so bad. But actually I'm going to click on it again and add a shadow, maybe add this color. Do you like all my questions? That was a joke. You can't see my face, but that was a joke. I never remember if FFF or 000 is white, but I know it's one of those. Hey, I want 00000. So you can see sometimes there's some glitches. What if I put the F's? Oh, okay, so that one is, oh, so there you go. So you can see if I put too many, it makes it red because I put too many, or it stays clear, like, hey, it was supposed to be like this the whole time. You're making us look bad, and that's your fault, not ours. So it does tell you. Okay, so I did want to show you that you had those different types of options. And then, of course, angle, distance, like, it gives you a lot of the opportunities to really adjust things to your liking. Okay, so then also you've got colors. You can change the entire color scheme. So this is the current color scheme, but I can change that. I can select this and then it'll go more along with my brand colors automatically. Or I can select just a whole different design altogether and go from there. So you don't have to figure out every single layer because Adobe Spark does that for you. And that's the current colors. So let me go with, I don't love this, but it's not that bad. I don't know. Again, I wish you were right here in front of me so you could tell me for yourself which was the best, most awesome one that you liked. And you know what? I think you should probably just tell me in the comments which one was your favorite that I clicked on. I don't hate this one, but it's definitely not holiday, so I'm just looking for like green and red because that's all Christmassy and stuff. I'm going quickly because I want to get to the next spot so you can see. How about this one? No, that is not good. Okay, how about this one? That is also not great for this design, but it might be great for other things, other people. Wow, that is bright. That is very bright. So let's go elegant. Oh, and then the other thing is I can change the colors around in here because you don't have to stick, it's the same color scheme, but you don't have to stick with exactly what they gave you. Forgot to mention that. And of course, you can edit exactly what you're looking for. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and I'm going to select mine. change it up a bit, see how I like it. And then I'm just going to, you know, make the decision to stick with something. But I don't love it. That's my problem. So I don't know, which one was your favorite? You should definitely tell me in the comments below, because you're not here right now in front of me and you can't tell me. So we'll stick with this one. It's not great, but it's not bad. So then you have the option to animate. If I did typewriter, see that? And you can choose how you wanted to do the typewriter. You can do the photo animation. Zoom on in. Now here is something that is important to see. When I clicked on photo animation, it did remove the text animation. So you can't necessarily choose both, but I would say that it would be too much if somebody were to try and choose the two different options. So the way they did it is they're again taking that guesswork out and saying like, look, it looks more professional to do things this way. So this is your only options. You can change the background, but not just the background in regards to the actual background photo that you're using, but also your border. And then in addition to that, your design. So if you wanted to change up and make it more of like a certain pattern, you can do that. And this one doesn't really seem to show you very clearly, but every time I click on this, and let me see if I can change the colors so that you can see that a little bit better. Yes, okay, so you can see it did change the background into that grid option. So there you go. You can see it a whole lot better with this one, so it's not as washed out. So when I click on background, you can do that simple solid color, or every single time I do this, it changes what it is. So it's fun to really play around with as much stuff as you can and kind of getting what you want. But I started with a template, so it's not like I had to figure out every little aspect of this. They did that for me with a template. On the other hand, you do have the options, because of all the ways that they break it down, to go ahead and create it all by yourself from scratch if that's what you want. And if you realize like, okay, I don't want this to be an Instagram post, I actually would prefer that this is a custom size or all of these options. Like you can see, even more options are coming up here as you're creating the post, because they know what people want. So you don't have to figure it out in every way. You can actually resize it within your post and, you know, make it work for you. They even go with what print, poster, card, social media covers, those banners, standard for your phone if you're trying to do a background. It's a lot of different options. Okay, and then design. So like I said, for design, it really tries to help you figure out just like the whole feel of it. So if I were to select this one, you can see it changes up the whole feel all over again. But it also kind of stuck with what was there and made it into like smashing that together, a collaboration between design and the template options that were already there. So I do really love design, because if you need something else but you don't know what you're doing, they help you out with that. It does change the colors and the font and everything, but it does try to mash it up a bit better to make it work. So it's options galore, but nothing looks unprofessional. I don't think that every single design is best for your audience, because obviously, for example, you can't read holiday fun right here, so that wouldn't be best if you were going to put that out in social media. But everything here is definitely in some way or another good for a professional environment. And it's just a matter of making it as user-friendly as possible, not user-friendly, as visually friendly as possible when you're posting it out on social media. So let's discuss actually posting it. So for one, I don't have to call this, my post. I can change what this is. Quote, Instagram story, holiday post. See, and I can change what it's called right as I'm creating this. I know it's pretty bad right now, so I'm going to see if maybe I can change it up just a tad and change that text color to maybe that. It looks really bad right now because of the colors, so let's see if I can change that up, just make it work a tad bit more. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's a little better than it was just a second ago. So again, that is not Adobe's fault. That is me just clicking around and making it kind of weird, but it still looked professional. So in regards to sharing, now I can add someone to this. And, if you have a team, share it with somebody, copy the link, so they can edit it. You saw that it was adding, but if you have a team, that makes sense. That's what you're doing. That's kind of the whole reason you have a team, is you're all working on it. You can download it directly to your computer. If I select that, PNG, JPEG, or PDF, or I can share, publish, invite, make a template, send to Google Drive. So if I clicked on publish, I get the social media options. If I click on invite, it's the same thing that you just saw. I can invite somebody on my team. I do not have a team. I can make a template, which is very nice, so I can continue to use things later on, and I can save it to my library as well. And then last but not least, I can send it to Google Drive. So you can see just how awesome this all really is, and kind of done with it. Not going to share it with anybody, just going to leave it kind of here. It's just for this. Go back to the main page and just show you, there it is. So that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of everything, everybody inclusivity. I don't know how to reference literally every single person, so everybody inclusivity. This is Adobe Spark. So let's talk in person.
There you have it, Adobe Spark and all of its glory. Are you convinced? I'm just a user myself, and I'm a huge fan. It's not only my only graphic design tool, but I'm a huge fan of Canva. But I couldn't imagine giving up Adobe Spark completely, especially because of the fantastic option to keep working with their app. Their app is identical to the site, but completely mobile friendly. And you can definitely start a creation on either the app or the site and continue to edit it on the opposite location. So, do you have any questions about Adobe Spark? Or are you interested in a review of another product or tool? Let me know and I'll review it for you. And if you're interested in reviews like this, check out my other reviews like this one. That's it for this week. Next week, I'm going to continue the discussion about graphic design tools and continue to compare the main three from my other video, Spark versus Canva versus Pixelied, linked below as well. Next week will be Pixelied, so check back again, but don't stay bored with all of my content on gbrlife.com or the comfy clothing options on Mama Koala. But you don't have to be without GBR Life in your life. Until next week, talk to you soon.